is up, guys? What's up, guys? It's me again, Easy, back at it another time with another video. And today we're gonna be doing something. It's kind of connected. What is connected directly to my how to style video. And this one, basically, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be telling you guys where I buy my clothes from, or where I suggest you guys buy your clothes from, and how to buy clothes. I'm doing this because I did in the video I talked about broadening your horizons and changing your perception on where to buy clothes from, just so you have a bigger understanding and a bigger selection of shit you can buy. Like, if you only go to the mall, then you're never gonna find quality. Like, you might find a couple pieces, but you're never gonna find all the shit you're looking for, like that swag you're looking for, that if you're trying to reset your wardrobe, the mall's not gonna help you really. It might, but not as much as everything else on this list. So I'm gonna go through it, where to buy your clothes from. Let's do this. All right, number one, online apps such as Grailed, Depop, Goat, StockX, Fairfetch, ASOS, all those middleman apps that you can buy that connect the seller to the buyer. They're pretty good because a lot of people have archived items or things you're not really gonna find in a regular store or in a mall. Going to Grail, such like that, is a great place because they have a lot of items that you're never gonna find. Word of warning, Grail and I think Goat as well is in USD. Be aware of that, and you will have to make a PayPal account because they don't have e-transfer, nothing like that there. So you only do it via PayPal because it is, again, it's a middleman app, but it is certified. Like, there's a lot of places that are guaranteed, like they quality guarantee or whatever. Like, if you get finesse out of your shit, you can get a refund from PayPal. So you don't have to really worry about that. I know people hesitate from Grail or shit like that because they don't feel like it's certified or that it's no fake guarantee or whatever. But if you do get finessed, like if you might get finessed, it's very rare, but if you even do get it finessed, you can just get your money back from PayPal. Yeah, so Grail, Depop, places like that, middleman stores. I don't really suggest like Toronto Marketplace or like Facebook Marketplace or like Kijiji, because that you will get finessed a lot on there, and I don't really trust it. So I suggest more apps, more actual apps, than I do fucking sites or Facebook, because I don't Facebook. They're always gonna try to lowball you if you're trying to sell something, and if you're trying to buy something, they're never gonna lowball you. So I mean, up to you. But again, a lot of fucking apps are good because it really does help you in the long run. Like, you don't have to go out there and ask people. Like, it's right there for you. Fairfetch is another thing. Like, it doesn't put you towards an exact seller, like personal seller. It does put you towards sites, and if you're looking for a certain product, it does tell you where you can buy the product from in different sites. So middleman apps are really good if you don't want to find it or you don't know where to find it. Even for hats and shoes and stuff, like Goat's like that. Goat is this buy to seller, StockX buy to seller, like shit like that. Number two, archive stores or co-sign stores. Basically meaning that consignment basically means that you're getting stuff co-signed of someone else. So if someone drops it off at the store, they sell it for a certain price, and the seller gets a percentage, and so does the store. And it's usually discounted from what it originally was. So that's a great place to start if you want to sell or buy something. Again, it's a middleman type of thing where you are the store is basically getting the product to the customers, or vice versa, and it's usually a lot cheaper than you would find in other spots, depending on what it is. And it might be worn or whatever, but you can always find some dimes there. You can always find something great if you really look into stores. We have a couple here, I think, on Queen that do like consignment and stuff like that, and they do like designer consignments or like shit that hasn't come out in years, because a lot of designer shit doesn't come out again. It's always archived. But a lot of shit, if you look hard enough, you will find some Grails for a pretty decent catch when it comes to price. So I highly suggest that. But again, you gotta expand your knowledge on where to buy clothes, or you're gonna wear Nike tracksuits, Nike Tech fleeces your entire life, and it's not gonna be good. Well, it doesn't really matter, but if you want to get into clothes, like you're gonna have to do some of this shit. You're gonna have to do your research. Number three, vintage stores. So not thrift stores like Value Village or Salvation Army. Like, those are good for cheaper, and you can always find dimes there sometimes. But vintage stores, so basically meaning stores that sell almost DS, old school vintage products, like old clothes, but almost dead stock. I'll give you some examples. Like Toronto, we have Throwback Vault, which is a big one. Uncle Vintage, which is a big one. There's a lot of other places like on Lansdowne and Queen, and Kensington Market is another big spot for you to go if you're looking for some vintage items. But I mean vintage and not thrift, because vintage, like, you will find a lot of good stuff. You'll find a lot of you'll find a lot of stuff that you will not find anywhere else, or that will never come out again. It's always good to look in thrift stores and vintage stores because it is like older clothes, but at the same time, like, if you go to a vintage store, they're probably not even worn. They're probably worn a couple times, or they're kept in great condition. I never buy stuff if it has like pit stains or if it's like dirty stains or whatever. So I'm very picky on that. And I do find stuff, so it doesn't really matter. If you look, again, if you look hard enough, you're determined as me to find something sick, then you could definitely find some cool shit in vintage stores. Number 4, online websites. So for online websites, something popped up. So for online websites, basically it's places that it's personal brands that don't actually sell stuff through middlemen, like don't personally sell it, but that you know about. Like they only put shit through their site. So basically to find them, what you gotta do is go to like Instagram, go search around, go look up tags on like streetwear and stuff like that, and streetwear brand, and something's gonna pop up, and brands are gonna pop up, and you're gonna follow them. If you follow a couple brands, other ones are gonna follow you, and you can go look at their shit. That's basically how it is. If you follow a couple brands, like streetwear brands, I guarantee you at least 2 streetwear brands are gonna follow you back or DM you saying, it's usually a bot, so I never paid attention, but you're gonna find some brands, all right? And they usually do shit through their website because it's always pieces that are never gonna come out again, because most brands only drop one of ones, like for that design. Not one of ones because it isn't every size, but it is one, it's original designs that they drop once and they never drop it again. And there's some brands that I might not even like, but they might drop, I always keep up with them because they might drop a garment that I really like. So I'll buy that because I know it's never gonna come out again, and I'm never gonna find it again. I'm never gonna find it on Grailed or Depop because it's like a more low-key brand. There you go. Use online websites, ask your friends, see who they're following, and go on their websites. Basic knowledge. And that comes exactly into number 5, which is ask your friends and expanding your knowledge. So asking your friends, where do you get your clothes from? Where'd you get that shirt from? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know any sites, or what are your favorite brands? Questions like that can really broaden and open up your perception of where to buy clothes and how to buy clothes. You're not gonna find half the shit, like especially for more people who are really into clothes and really into streetwear, you're not gonna find half their shit in a mall. You're not gonna find it in Dufferin Mall or in Eaton Center. You might find a couple pieces at like Hall Renfrew and Nordstrom and Saks and shit like that. Some pieces you're not gonna find, especially if it's like older or vintage or archive, you're not gonna find it. So you have to ask your friends. Or if it's like a newer brand, you have to ask them. And nothing wrong with that. They say they put you on, whatever, they can go suck a piece. If you rock it better, then they can't say nothing. Number 6, discounted stores, discounted designer stores like Nordstrom Rack, or sales sections in designer stores. So I never go straight, I go straight to the sales section every time I go to Hudson Bay, every time I go to Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, I go to Nordstrom Rack, which is already discounted and it's its own store. Places like that, you know? Like I always go to the sales section first from shit from the previous season, and I like to go there when the season is ending or the new season is about to start. That's when shit is on sale. And it's a lot of shit you'll find because a lot of people didn't buy it because it was full price. Like I've gotten Acne Studio jeans that were like $300 for like $150 or $160 or some shit. $150, yeah, from Acne Studio jeans, which realistically, like full price, retail price would have cost me like $3 plus $3 plus tax. Same thing when I went to Saks Fifth Avenue. I'll go to the sale section when the season's ending. I got a pair of Heron Preston jeans for like $300 when they usually go for $700. That is a bit pricey, especially for like even for jeans. For even $300 is still a bit pricey, but again, it's something that I can afford. Like you might not be able to afford expensive shit, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so basically just discounted stores. I buy shit from discounted stores all the time between seasons just because I know that's when I'm gonna be able to buy it, and that's when it's gonna be available to me. Okay, to me. And you gotta do it between. It's all about timing. You gotta know when to buy stuff, when the season starts and when the season ends. When the season starts, it's gonna be brand new stuff. So whatever the previous season is, all that shit is gotta come out. So they're gonna sell it and they're gonna put it at the lowest price that they can, that they're willing to go. And that's when you come in and you swoop in and you get all that shit for sale. And you can, it's not, and designer is not my favorite thing to buy because some shit I don't even like, but there's some shit I do like. Like it's rare occasions where I do like stuff, so I will buy it if it's on sale. And number 7, basically number 7 is not really where to buy clothes, but where you shouldn't buy clothes, which is not the mall. All right, if you are getting into clothes, not the mall. Maybe your friend has an upcoming brand that you want to, like, you know, that you want to get into, and they're making some really cool stuff. It's always good to support local brands, and especially if it's your friends and they're doing, you know, they're making quality garments. Why not support them? There's no reason not to, unless it's like Saks Fifth Avenue, because Eaton Center has like Saks and Hudson Bay, and they have Nordstrom, and Yorkdale has Hall Renfrew. I think Eaton Center has Hall Renfrew too. But those type of places where you can find designer, but you're not going to find like really cool garments or original pieces that you could find anywhere else. Like you might find expensive shit, but that's what people mainly go to when they start wanting to get into clothes. They go like, well, I'm gonna buy some Stone Island. Stone Island's cool, but it's also super fucking expensive, and it's not gonna be the coolest shit you're gonna find. Like you always find cool shit, even if it's from like local brands or it's from online Instagram brands who have their own website. There you go. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys really open up your brains to the knowledge that I'm trying to share with you guys. I really hope this helped you expand your knowledge, and expand your growth as a like streetwear, if you're trying to get into streetwear, if you're trying to dress better, blah blah blah. I really hope this helps, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, show support, shout me out. Don't know. Goodbye.